Hello, my name is Jennifer Lowry, and today we're going to review some basic information about Social Security. What is Social Security? Social Security is known as the Old Age Survivors Disability Insurance Program. The program provides benefits to retired workers, spouses, children, widows, widowers, and disabled workers. In 2024, more than 71 million people received benefits. You qualify by earning credits when you work and pay Social Security taxes. You will need a total of 40 credits, which can be earned by working at least 10 years and attainment of age 62. You will receive one credit for each $1,810 you earn in 2025. Once you have earned a total of $7,240, you will receive the maximum of four credits. In other words, you don't have to work the entire year to earn the maximum credits. Another big question is, how are benefits calculated? Well, Social Security benefits are calculated by converting your past earnings into today's dollars. Then your highest 35 years of earnings are averaged. That average is called the average index monthly earnings, or the AMI. Next, a formula is applied to the AMI to determine how much your monthly Social Security benefit checks will be. That amount is referred to as the primary insurance amount, or the PIA. Here's an example of the chart that is used to convert your past salaries. Again, Social Security is going to look at all your past earnings, then they're going to multiply your past earnings by a factor that will convert them into today's dollars. Once all of your past earnings have been converted, they're going to look at your highest 35 years of salary, and then they're going to be averaged. That is what we refer to as the AMI. Once you have attained age 59, your earnings are no longer going to be averaged. As I mentioned, once your AMI is known, a formula is applied to determine the amount of your monthly Social Security check, also known as the primary insurance amount. There are three bend points used in the formula, and the first bend point will pay out at 90%. The second bend point pays out at 32%, while the third bend point will pay out at 15%. On the next slide, we're going to take a look at two examples of how the monthly benefits are calculated using the bend points. In our first example, Adam has an AMI of $4,000. The first $1,226 of his AMI will receive a payout of 90%, and the remaining $2,774 of his AMI receives a payout of 30%, for a grand total of $1,991.08 per month. Overall, Adam's Social Security check will replace about 50% of his average earnings. Now let's take a look at Betty, who has a much higher AMI of $10,000. Again, the first $1,226 will receive a payout of 90%. The next $6,165 of her AMI will receive a payout percentage of 32%, and the final $2,609 of her AMI will receive a payout of 15%, for a grand total of $3,467.55. Although Betty's monthly check is considerably higher, Social Security only replaces about 35% of her average earnings. Another big consideration is, when should you start collecting benefits? Full retirement age is 67 for anyone born 1960 or later. If you begin collecting benefits prior to full retirement age, your benefits could be reduced as much as 30%. If you delay beginning your benefits until after you've reached full retirement age, your benefits could be increased by as much as 24%. The earliest you can begin Social Security benefits is age 62. Should you start at age 62, you will only receive 70% of your benefit. Conversely, if you delay taking benefits until age 70, your payment will be increased by 24%. If you are married, you may be able to collect spousal benefits. you are entitled to receive the greater of your full retirement age benefit or 50% of your spouse's full retirement age benefit. In order to receive spousal benefits, you must be at least age 62 and your spouse must have began receiving benefits. If you begin receiving benefits prior to full retirement age, a reduction will apply. If you are divorced and your marriage lasted 10 years or longer, you can receive benefits under your ex spouse's record if you are unmarried, you are age 62 or older, your ex spouse is entitled to Social Security retirement or disability benefits, and finally, the benefits you are entitled to receive based on your own record is less than the benefit you would receive based on your ex spouse's work record. Finally, Finally, we suggest that you review your Social Security information. To review your Social Security information, create an account at www.ssa.gov/my account. Once you have created your account, you will be able to review your Social Security statements, replace your Social Security cards, review your earnings record, and much more. I hope that you have found this presentation to be informative, and I thank you for your time.